All right, good morning. My name is Jennifer. Thank you for joining us for Barre today. Please grab some light weights. You won't need much. And also a chair or something to use for support. We'll use that as our bar as we get into class. We'll begin with the warm-up. We will use the weights toward the front end of class to work the upper body and the arms. And then we'll kind of dig into the lower body the second half. As always, please do what feels good to your body. Challenge yourself a little bit, push, but never pushing to the point of pain. Putting the weights down anytime you need to, or maybe just choosing an alternative movement if whatever I am demonstrating does not feel good in your body. So let's go ahead and stand up. You can put that chair to the side for now and put the weights on the floor somewhere handy. And we'll just start with the legs in a wide V position, sweeping the arms up a couple of times. Take an inhale. On the exhale, let's bend the knees, hinge forward, fingertips sweep the earth, soften the back of the neck. Inhale, reach up, press through the feet, lengthen here. And exhale, swan dive, open the heart and lower. Take one more time, big circle with the arms. Hinge through that long spine all the way down. Inhaling back up. We'll start stepping in and out. Just that wide V. You can really do whatever you like to do with your arms here, just getting the arms above the heart, getting the heart rate up. And right away, we'll focus on what's going on with that spine. Anytime we come forward with the spine, it's a hinge forward. The length and the shape of the spine stays the same the whole time. We'll step side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Low right here, sweep the arms over, and sweep. So that spine is long as if you've just slid down a wall, outer edges of the knees pressing toward the wall behind you, and opening up from the hip bones to the fingertips as we come side to side. Grounding down through the feet for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's rotate through the spine, just twisting side to side, and punch, and punch. So lower body is still here. Still opening up through the outer edges of the knees, rotating and punching side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come to prayer. Sway side to side, getting a little bit lower to the earth here, opening up through the inner thigh. Still pressing through the heels of the feet, pressing through the toes. Super connected to the earth. Sway for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Legs stay here, arms reach up and twist, and twist. Opposite fingertips tap near opposite toes and reach. Staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come forward, palms come to the earth. We're going to step back to your first plank. Swaying side to side here, dropping the hips to one side and the other, just rolling through the toes. Side body squeezing. Little rotation through the lower part of the spine. Pressing the palms into the earth, lifting the upper back toward the sky. Side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center, right foot steps up and left. And squat. Hands down, right foot steps back, and forward, and forward. So coming back and forth between this malasana squat and plank. Right leg leads the whole time. 2 more here. Last one, right foot steps back. Hold here, hop up, and squat. Hands down, hop back, hop forward, and squat. Down and back. For 3. Yes. 2, and 1. Coming back to those walks. Left foot leads, and squat. Hands down, left leg. So same thing, lead on that opposite side of the body. Breathing here, keeping the hips as low as you can. We'll take 2 more with that left leg lead. And last one. Stepping back to that plank. We'll come down to the forearms here. Belly button lifted toward the spine. We're gonna rotate to the pinky edge of the right foot. Fingertips coming to the wall. We have hip dips here, so you can stack the left hip on top of the right, hand to the hip, lower and lift, lower and lift. Breathing here. Second set of 8 coming up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Gazing down, that shoulder right above the elbow, super stable and strong through the shoulder. 2 and 1. Roll through center, right to the other forearm. Hand to the hip to stack. Lower, lift, lower and lift. 6, 5. Gaze down at that shoulder and elbow alignment. 3, 2, and 1. Second set of 8. Last one. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Big squeeze to lift. Last one, back to center. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the chin to the chest. Lift the hips up to the sky. And find your down dog. Walk it out. Bringing the gaze up to the fingertips. Just tippy toe all the way up. Top of the mat, find your forward fold. Let everything hang here for a moment. Maybe sway side to side. Just letting the crown of the head drop toward the earth, softening the back of the body. And we'll grab those weights while we're down there. Connecting the belly button to the spine to protect our lower back. We'll start that slow roll, pressing the feet into the earth. Feel that energy before you start to lift. And then stacking the vertebrae, one on top of the other. Feel the energy in the legs, really squeeze the thighs. Rolling the shoulders back at the top. So we'll start with biceps here. Nice full range biceps. Let's take the feet to a small V position so heels are connected, toes pointed out toward the corners of the room, and lift and extend. So elbows connected to the sides of the body, full range, squeezing the weights up to the shoulders. Focusing on that action in the muscle, maybe taking the grip and the weights just a little bit lighter. We'll add on from here. Let's take that bicep lift more toward the corners so the hands are tracking over the toes, and we're gonna add a lift. So lifting the heels, little calf raise right here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Connect everything in the core here, really stabilize. And 1, we'll meet, stay lifted here, rotate the heels so the feet are in parallel now, and again, lower and lift. Weights come back in front of the body. Lifting for 8, tops of the shoulders soften, shoulder blades squeeze back, pull for 3, 2, 1, heels stay lifted, now rotate to this awkward position, toes are in, heels are toward the corner. Lower and lift. Let's come back out to that wider bicep curl toward the corners of the room. Big movement here. Keep flowing for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, heels lift, swivel back to center, lower and lift. Last time in this set. Keep lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to where we started, small V position. This time we'll bend, reach. So we'll also add the option to come up, connect the heels, come to the balls of the feet, sliding the wall down that back, or sliding the back down that wall, stay long, and we'll lower and lift here. So reaching the weights in front of the body, lengthen the arms, pull the elbows in. So option to release the heels to the earth here. Being lifted is a little extra work for the legs. You choose. Right here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted up. Heels come parallel. Slide down that wall and lift and lower here. So you stay lifted up on the heels or lower the heels, bringing it to a bicep reach with a little squat. Your flow. Wherever we are, the spine is long, pulling and pressing for 4, 3, 2, heels stay lifted back to that awkward position Knees not get in, squeeze. Let's come back out to the side. Little pulse and lower and lift here. Smaller movement for 8, 7, 6, 5. This is really awkward. 4, 3, 2. Last time, back to center. Again, stay lifted if you can. Slide down that wall. Reach and pull. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's release the heels here for a moment. Straight arm lift. Right in front of the body, elbow creases facing the sky. Just pause and hold here for a moment. Tops of the shoulders soften, squeezing the shoulder both blades together. Strong here. Option to go ahead and releve back up onto those toes. Pulse here, heel lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeezing the thighs. 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted, slide down that wall, flip those weights. Yes, right here, 2 counts of 8, 7, 6. Shoulders dropping in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 8, 7. Here's your modification, a little bend in the elbows. Otherwise, keep reaching straight. 3, 2, and 1. Reach and pull. Option to lift the heels. Reach forward, elbows pull behind you. Reach and pull. Lower and lift for 8, 7, sitting in that chair. 6, 5, pull. 3, 2, and 1. Stay hinged forward, lift the heels here. Balance right here. Pull and pulse, pulse, pull, pulse, pulse. Reach, pull, reach, pull. Transferring right into biceps here. We'll keep moving, or triceps. 2 more. Last one, pulse back. Reach forward. Let's release the heels down, bounce it out here. Coming to the sides of the body, elbows squeeze in. We'll come right to those tricep kickbacks just to set up. So belly button is pulled into just that hinge back at the elbows. So gaze comes down to the earth in front of you, or maybe the floorboards. Spine is long. Shoulders are still, just that hinge at the elbows, pressing the weights up and back. Press. Stay here with this tricep kickback for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold back, lengthen the arms and reach, shoulder rolls, right shoulder rolls back, and left, and right, and left. So arms stay straight, it's a reach as you roll back, reach back, reach back. Really focus the energy on those triceps, right here. 8, 7, 6, we're gonna move together in 4, 3, 2, hinge a little bit more, both shoulders, roll and press, roll and press. Yes, dig in right here. Roll and press. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold back, little lift, straight arm lift. Let's sink a little bit lower right here. Gazing down, knees behind the toes. Option to lift the heels, come up here and balance. Straight arm lift, or heels stay down, you choose. Last 4, 3, 2, stay right here, final movement, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. So squeezing those weights behind the body, almost as if they're gonna tap. I know, we're almost there. Keep squeezing here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up, take some big shoulder rolls, shake it out. We're gonna do some glute work before we finish up the arms and our shoulders. Let's grab your chair. We'll just need one weight for a moment here. And I think I'm gonna have us turn our chair so that we can have one hand on the back of the chair and one hand on the seat. The weight's gonna come behind a knee. Doesn't matter which one you do first. Now let's stand up nice and straight. Find that long spine. Connect through the belly, pull the navel to the spine, and then we'll start to hinge forward. So spine stays super long, softening the standing leg with just a little bit, and just using this for support. We're not dumping our weight into it, just using this chair to support us. We'll just start with that kick back and in. Press the heel back. So as much as we're focusing on pressing through that heel and activating the glute and hamstring, we're focusing on this line of energy in the spine, this length. And we're breathing, of course. So keep pressing back. Slowly for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here and press and press. So it's a little pulse. Squeezing the calf in. Okay. Gracie, go. Okay, she's getting a little braver each time we record. All right, keep pressing back. Softening the standing leg. We're going to work there next. Press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold right there. Standing leg lower and lift. So now we're still just holding that weight, lower and lifting the standing leg. Keep going. Excuse me, dear. Keep going. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Checking in with the spine. Are we long? Are we lifted? Heart coming out through the collarbones. Super open and wide. Bending the leg for 4, 3. We're going to put it together in 2 and 1. As we bend, we'll press and press. Everything active, everything working here. Embrace that burn. Keep flowing with me right here. We've got 10, 9, 8. Belly button to spine. Squeeze in. 5. Pressing a little bit more through that heel. 3, 2, and 1. Hinge all the way back up. Let's grab that weight. Shake it out. Maybe take a walk to the other side of the chair. Setting up for the other side of the body right away here. So weight comes behind the knee. Let's get tall and long first. Reaching through the crown of the head. Calf squeezing in. Belly button to spine. Hinging forward here. Wrapping the rib cage around. And as we hinge forward, find that light grip. Little bend in the standing leg. Press back and in. Driving through the heel behind you. Maybe using that exhale to bring a little bit more energy into that contraction of the muscle. Push and push. Right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pulsing next. In 2 and 1. Here we go. Pulse it back. Standing leg is soft, spine is long. Here we go. Keep pulling that calf up toward the glute, heel toward the glute, pressing back. Pulse right here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Reconnect, lengthen through the neck. 2, 1. Back leg stays lifted, bend and lift. Bend and lift. Driving through that standing heel right here. Make it big and lift. Bend. Yes, checking in with the belly. Everything pulled up, super strong. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Putting it together. Press as we lower. Press the heel back. Everything moving and working at the same time. We are all feeling the same thing. We're going to go there together. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Here we are. And 1. Release that. Let's real quickly here just take a little figure 4 stretch. We'll do both legs, maybe using that chair for support. Oh, that feels pretty good. Hope you're all feeling good. We have one more set for the arms. We're going to finish up upper body with some shoulder work. So when you're ready, after you've kind of gotten into both of those hips here a little bit, you can bring that chair to the side one more time. Grabbing both weights. Take a deep breath. And we'll come back to center. So we'll just start in this narrow parallel position. We're just going to press up and press. So knees are soft here. Nothing happening with the lower body yet. Really pressing up. Maybe taking the fingertips off the weight. No death grip on the weight. Press and lift. We'll add on in 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll sink down into that chair and lift. Sink and lift. So there is a little bit of a hinge in the hips as we come forward. Hinge forward, drive the weights up. Biceps by the ears, hugging in as we rise. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Drive open overhead. 3, 2, and 1. Come down here. We're going to lift. So squat, stay on that right side as the weights connect. Squeeze that right leg, squeeze the thigh and lift. Yes, looking good. 4 more here. Going right to the other side. In 2, and 1. Here we go. That left leg lifts. And lower. And lift. So just a teeny micro bend in the elbows. Big movement through the shoulders. Rotating. For 6, 5, 4. We'll alternate in 2 and 1. Here we go. Squat low and lift. Let's make it bigger. Strong. Really reach those glutes down toward the heels. Drop in. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. One more movement for the shoulders after this. Here we are, friends. Last one. And finish here. Back to center, goal post, and press, and press. Do whatever you like with your legs. Shake it out, walk it out. Let's bring those elbows in toward one another. Pressing up here, 2 counts of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. Take some shoulder rolls. We are going to release those weights. You will not need the weights anymore for our work today. Shake out the arms. And let's take the arm across the body, just opening up the shoulder. Whatever shoulder stretch or arm stretches feel good for you. And maybe coming up and over. And getting into both sides. So as we are kind of finishing stretching the upper body here and preparing to work the lower body, we'll grab that chair. Doesn't really matter which side you start on. Although for the sake of just us all being on the same page, why don't we begin with our left hip facing your chair. So as we come to center, we'll reach the fingertips up. We'll just come to this small V position, heels connected. And right away, we're gonna step out to that wide V. And heels connect as we come in. Step out and in. As we start to move through some work for the thighs here, notice what happens with the spine. We're still super tall. We're still sliding down that wall. No hinge in the body yet, just that lower and lift. And as we start to move, everything that's happening with the arms now is optional. We'll be focusing on our lower body. So if you would prefer to just have your hand at the hip, give your arms a break here, your choice. We'll step out. We'll hold in 4, 3, ground down here, 1, and pulse, and pulse. So pressing through the heels, all 5 toes on each foot connected, but really focusing on driving that energy through the heels here. We'll stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next combo, squat, toe taps, squat, toe taps. So we're lengthening that leg away from the chair, your right toes. Reach through the toe. Hip is externally rotated, so we're opened up here and tap. Adding on in 4, 3, leg lifts in 2, and 1. Here we go. Squat and lift, squat and lift. Staying lifted through the spine, crown of the head reaching up, super tall. A lot of length through the toe. Shooting through that big toe. Here we go. Reach and kick for 4, 3, 2. We'll land back in that wide V squat here. Lift the heels, lower and lift, and lower and lift. So this doesn't have to be big. We're maybe lowering an inch and lifting an inch. Energy is focused on that lift up and away from the earth. So press up with energy and lift. Stay right here for 8, 7. Almost harder to move slower and more controlled. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low here and repulse. Pulse, pulse. Can you find a little bit more space in the body? Open the outer edges of the legs to the wall behind you. Open the hips, pulse down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the shoulders, 2, and 1. We're gonna pivot toward the chair. So we'll stay in this open parallel position, that right leg still behind, lifting the heel, lower, and lift. So as we lift up, lengthening the legs, it should feel good. Stretch and lift. If you gaze down at the front leg and you see that knee coming in front of the toes, maybe shimmying that leg a little bit closer to your chair. Lower and lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low here, lift and lower. So again, it's that lift an inch, lower an inch. Super active. Probably feeling it in the quad here a little bit. So as you're in this profile position, you can see yourself at all on your screen. This is a great opportunity to check in with the spine. If you've got any hinge in the body, let's lift up and out of that hinge, sliding down that wall for 4, 3, 2. Stay low here, knees open and open. So knees are opening outside of the body, open. Keep going. Stay low and push out and out, up. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower and lift back to where we started. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're stepping that back foot in, coming to that chair position. You might need to give yourself a little bit more space between your toes and the chair. Just come down into that chair position. We'll pulse it out here. Lifting the toes if you can. Heels drive down. Spine is still long. Still have that same shape of the spine, super lifted. Hands are light on the chair. Maybe even bringing the hands to prayer. Pulse down right here. Driving the heels for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low, squeeze the knees together, maybe separate the heels a little bit. Pulse right here. Knees squeezing in. Opening the chest just a little bit more, really squeeze the shoulder blades. Option to stay here or lift the biceps up to the thunderbolt position, biceps toward the ears. Knees squeezing, fingertips reaching for 8, 7, 6, 5, gaze is soft, breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips release down, toes are forward. We'll alternate lunges back. So we'll just take a few step back reverse lunges to get us to the other side of the body. And then we'll repeat everything that we did going in reverse. I always put my disclaimer, we're gonna do the same thing to the degree that I can remember what we did. We'll see how good I can do today. Step back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg is gonna step back right here, lower and lift. So you should be on the opposite leg here. Knee coming down toward the earth, just transitioning here. Lower lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold low, knees open to the sides. Press out, press out. Keep pressing. Again, good opportunity to maybe gaze into whatever device you're streaming on. Check out your alignment. Tops of the shoulders are soft. Heart is super open. Opening the knees for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right here, lower an inch and lift, and lower, and lift, lower, and lift. Teeny movement. Driving through that heel of the front leg, driving through the ball of the foot on the back leg. Super controlled. Can we come a little bit lower to the earth? For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low and pulse. For 9, 8, 7, 6. Full range is next. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat and lift. We'll use this as a transition. Once we finish these last few lifts here in our open parallel position, we're going to open up into that wide V facing the opposite direction. We take a walk around our chair so we can all be facing front. You choose. Right here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open right up to your wide V going the other direction. You can adjust your chair if you like. So standing right here. And it's just in and out to begin. In and open. Still no hinge. Spine is long, sliding down. Either keeping the upper body active or maybe bringing the hand to the hip. Hips come low to the earth here. We've got 4, 3, 2. We'll land in that wide V. Here we go. And pulse. So this is a good opportunity to check in with the core. In this position, we can really feel that length of the spine. Pulling in, belly button toward the spine. Lower rib cage squeezing. Take a big inhale. Travel all the way up the spine through the crown of the head. Find that slight tuck of the chin to the chest. Super tall. For 4, 3, adding on the toe tap, 2, and 1. Here we go. Lower and tap, lower and tap. So legs are externally rotated, knees facing the corner. Reaching with energy through that toe as we tap, lower and tap. Here we are for 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 3 here. Lifting the leg next. And 1. Here we are. Squat and lift. Squat and lift. Keep moving. Long line through the toe. We're right here. Just 8, 7, 6, 5. I can see some of you, you look awesome, you look strong. 3, 2, landing back in that wide V. Right here. Lift the heels, lower and lift, lower and lift. Sliding down that wall, super tall. We'll take a hinge in a moment, so stay with this nice long spine right here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold low, knees press back, and back, and back. Couple of big deep breaths. Let's focus on the spine, focus on lifting through the crowns, focus on something besides what you're feeling in the lower body right now, okay? You can do it. We're gonna pulse back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen the legs, lower the heels. One more time, we're gonna face the chair. Sinking back into that chair pose. Now we're gonna hinge. So we're walking the legs back. Again, let's find that nice long spine here. Then bring the fingertips in front of the body. Find that soft bend in the knees and start to hinge forward. So shape of the spine is exactly the same. Let's come to our balls of our feet. Lift here, lower and lift. We're gonna bring some pedaling into this. So one heel at a time. Lift and lower, pedal through the feet. Heart is lifted, even though we're hinged over. Still feel that sensation of the shoulder blades squeezing. Heart super lifted. Right heel stays lifted in 4, 3, left heel grounds down, 2, and 1. Ground down and lift, pulse here. Left heel driving in, right heel lifted. We're gonna lift the right toes up, coming to that figure 4 stretch. Keep pulsing down here. So sneaking in a little more stretch here, continuing to work. Now, can we ground down and drive through that left heel and maybe lift the left toes up off the earth? Pull the toes up toward the face. Keep pulsing right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and pedal. Just lifting opposite heels. Left heel stays lifted in 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse here. Grounding down to the right heel now, light on the left toes. And when you're ready, pressing through that right heel, stabilize, keep pulsing, crossing that left ankle on top of the right knee, lowering here. So really feeling connected in the core right here, stabilize as we ground through that right heel, start to lift the right toes up toward the face. Gazing down. Stay right here, pulse it out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press through that heel, come all the way up. Let's take a quad stretch here before we move on. Just grab one ankle or the other. Reconnecting the knees. Press the hip bones forward. As the hip bones press forward, pressing the top of the foot into the hand. Opening here. Switching sides. As we switch, we'll be doing a little bit more plank work next. We're going to use the chair, reconnecting the knees here, hip bones press forward, shoulder opens. Continuing to stretch. Show you where we're headed. We're going to grab the chair, and we're going to use the seat of the chair to do another round of plank work. So join me when you're ready. Set up with the chair. And as we set up here, palms can come right on the seat of that chair, or if it's more comfortable and stable for you, you can wrap the arms around the edge of the chair. So before we do anything here, let's just focus on what's happening in the spine. So lifting the upper spine. In fact, maybe even take a little retraction and protraction right here. Opening and widening across the scapula, and then as the chest collapses in, feel the scapula meet. So we'd like to work in that position where everything is super lifted. So let's hold there for a moment. Feel the energy in the belly, the core engaged, and we'll start to walk the feet back. So we'll start with knee pulls, just pulling opposite knee to the elbow, switching side to side. So really focusing on pulling that knee up toward the elbow. Not as much intensity here because we lifted up on the chair. So let's make it bigger. Squeeze the side body as we come in. Staying right here for 6, 5, 4, 3. Last one. As we come to center, Bring the hands onto the seat of the chair if they're not there, bringing them a little bit closer together. We'll cross the knee to the opposite elbow this time, and as we cross, we're going to come into a side plank position. So we're going to come down to the pinky edge of the back leg, reach up and open here. So let's go slow this first couple of times. Gazing down, shoulder is right above the wrist. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Cartwheel everything back to center, left hand under the face. Squeeze that left knee toward the elbow. Open up and kick here. Reaching up, gaze down for that shoulder wrist alignment. And back through center. We'll flow side to side. Move with your music, your pace. Slow and controlled. Focusing on the energy in the side body. Squeezing and lifting up and away from the earth. Pushing into the chair. 2 more on each side. And then we'll hold, adding on 1 more movement. All right, as we come back, right hand underneath the face, extend the toes. We'll tap and lift. Yes. That leg that's crossed underneath. So squeezing that inner thigh. Squeeze and lift here for 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2. We'll rotate right to the other side here. Left hand down, left knee toward the elbow, lift up here, stabilize and hold, and then start that tap. Left inner thigh squeezing to lift here. Ground down to the pinky edge of that right foot. Strong here, lifting for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rotate back to center. Hands come back to the edges of the seat. Let's find that nice long spine again. So almost like a halfway lift in yoga, if your fingertips are on the shins, but we'll rest on the chair to lift here. We'll take some hops, just an opportunity to get the heart rate up 1 more time. So we'll bend through the knees, press and lift through the toes. So pressing the palms into the chair. Yes. We're here for 20 seconds. Keep going. Drive. Press the toenails into the earth and lift. Here we are. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Let's step that left leg back. Take a little runner's lunge here. Reaching the left hip bone forward. After taking just a moment to stretch, we'll come to the earth. Hang on to that chair. We'll use that for some core work. And let's pull that hip back, lengthening through the hamstring, bringing the nose toward the knee. Breathing, come back forward. Let's step back up, switch sides, opposite leg steps back. Open up, lift the heart. Hip bones pulling forward, opening the hip flexor. When you're ready, that left hip pulls back, nose toward the knee. All right. Just having a seat here. Chair can be right in front of you. Let's lay down, bringing the calves to the chair. You'll want some space between your bum and the chair so that we can move our legs around the chair a little bit. So maybe have the mid part of your calf be what connects to the edge of the chair. So let's interlace the fingers at the base of the skull. Widen out here, elbows stay nice and wide. As we lift up, crunch and lift, nice and slow, lower spine connects. Inhale, release halfway. Exhale, squeeze to lift. Release halfway. So we'll keep crunching here in this simple crunch. You can add a little bit of intensity. See what it feels like in your body if you start to press your heels into the seat of that chair. Find a little bit of extra energy. Lower back stays connected. We're not lifting the bum up, just energizing the legs as we continue to crunch and lift. For 8, 7, 6. Squeeze a little higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up here, stay lifted. Press that right heel into the chair. Feel the hamstrings and glutes activate. Lift the left toes up. We're gonna make a circle, tapping the left leg to the side of the chair. Sweep back up. Circle and sweep. Circle and sweep. Let's take that left arm out, extend the left arm to the side of the body. We'll add on here. Continue to press through that right heel. We're gonna squeeze and lift up, bringing the right elbow to the outside of the left knee as the leg sweeps up. So the bigger you're able to make that circle, drawing the triple with the left toes, the more we're working around the entire core, kind of the corset muscles, everything wrapping around the side of the body. Keep flowing here for 4, 3, 2, dig that right ankle in. Last one, really dig in here. We'll pulse and lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, hands come back behind the neck, toes are up. Both legs make those big circles. As we come around, squeeze the inner knees into the chair legs. Squeeze here. Circles to come up and connect. Inhale to lower, inner thighs into the legs. Squeeze the chair. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Squeeze here. And lift. And exhale. One more time, toes come to the top. This time as we come down, squeeze. We'll take little pulses and lift here. For 10, so legs squeezing into the chair legs. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted, sweep the legs back up to center. Left leg comes down to the chair. Starting with that right leg, make that circle, squeeze and tap to the side. Inhale to open and lift. That left ankle, back of the left calf, pressing in. Circle down. Let's release the right arm, reach long. We'll add that twist as the right leg sweeps up, reach knee to the outside, or elbow to the outside of the knee. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Keep going, big circles for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, reach. Twisting, squeezing the right side of the body. Fingertips reach the outside of the foot. Ground the left heel into the chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, release everything down for a moment. Maybe let the knees drop side to side. So for this final movement, you may need to adjust the placement of your body. So let's kind of see where we're at in space. We're going to lift the legs up again, pointing the toes to the sky. Lifting the shoulders, tucking the chin to the chest to come up. Knees pulling into the chest. Extend and lengthen the legs underneath the chair. Pull the knees back into the chest and extending to the sky. Bend the knees, extend under, and lift. So if you need to adjust where your body is in space with the chair, make those adjustments. We'll flow here. So ankle bones squeezing together and adding on. Extending the toes long. Now we'll lower slowly, tapping the backs of the calves to the seat of the chair. Press through the spine to lift back up. Bend the knees, sweep underneath. Inhale, lift. Slow, calves tap. And back up, and extend. Flowing with your breath. As you lower those legs toward the seat of the chair, pressing the lower spine into the earth, connecting. Finishing strong here. All right, on these last few, we're gonna play with this just a little bit more. Right fingertips reach up and over to cross, hold. Continue reaching with the right fingertips. One more on this side. And tap. Come back through center, legs keep moving. Left fingertips will extend and reach up here. So holding, stay lifted. Reaching up and across the body. Tap. Yeah, strong right here. It's just 3. Can you reach and lift a little more? Is there a little something left? Yeah, last one. And release. Bringing the heels to the chair, extend the arms long. Let's just let the knees drop to one side or the other. Just rotating through the spine, both shoulders stay connected here. And then taking the heels down off the chair, maybe pushing that chair away to give yourself a little bit more space to stretch. And coming back to that side to side, just dropping the knees to one side or the other. Feeling that gentle rotation through the spine, side to side. And let's pause with the knees dropped to the left and just holding right here. Maybe adding a little bit of intensity by taking that left heel to the outer edge of the right knee and just gently kind of pressing to open up, deepen into that rotation a little more. Both shoulders connected to the earth. And releasing that heel. Windshield wiper the legs, the knees to the other side. Maybe taking that right heel onto that top of the outer edge of the left leg now. Open. Big, deep inhale. Exhaling side out. Coming back to center. Let's extend the legs long. Fingertips up overhead, take that full body stretch. So the longest, biggest stretch of the day. Toes reaching away from the body, fingertips reaching up and over. Inhale. Exhaling, float the hands down to the sides. Just pausing here in corpse pose for a couple of breaths. Maybe closing the eyes. Finally, inviting some softness into every muscle in the body. The face, the jaw, the shoulders melting into the earth. The belly feeling soft. Just falling and rising with the breath. Feeling the weight of the hips and the feet just drop into the earth. Taking this last long extended breath here. Trying to imprint this sensation on your brain, this softness, strength, peace. And then when you're ready, pulling the knees into the chest, squeeze everything in, making that opposite shape of the body as the chin tucks to the chest, the knees come in, hug and squeeze everything. And then we'll use that shape of the spine to just roll forward to a seated position. Crossing the legs. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, one final bend for the side body. Ground down through the hip bones. Reach. Flowing back through center, right to the other side. And both fingertips up. Connect the palms, come through heart center, closing the eyes. Ending our practice today with gratitude for our health, our families, and knowing that when all of this is said and done, as we go back to I don't know what normal is, but as we go back to things as we had known it before, we'll arrive in that space with a new sense of gratitude for simple things that we take for granted. Today, let's get outside, enjoy the sunshine, and just appreciate all of the natural beauty. We bow our heads. The joy, light, and love in each of you is also within me. Let us honor one another and close our practice. Namaste.